Fans who were eager to see Mike Tyson knock out Jake Paul on July 20th were recently dealt a massive blow after the fight was postponed due to Iron Mike's medical emergency last week. Mike Tyson recently posted a statement on X stating that he has been advised to take a break from training for a few weeks. He also had a stern warning for Paul. The boxing world doesn't want to see this fight take place. Michael Bisping pointed out that Mike Tyson is too old and his already fragile health condition could worsen if this fight takes place.
I don't know anything about ulcers, but what I do know is that the man is going to be 58 years old soon. A man in the prime of his life doesn't have a problem sitting on a plane for a few hours.
So, should Mike Tyson fight? Jake Paul was the latest medical emergency, a warning for the boxing legend to pull out of this fight. What did the experts have to say? Stick around and watch. As we find out in today's video, the boxing world and millions of enthusiasts eagerly anticipated the July 20th showdown between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Although this fight was criticized by many experts from the day it was announced, the bout was scheduled to go ahead without any hiccups. That was until recently, when Iron Mike was involved in a medical emergency that was least expected while on a flight from Miami to Los Angeles. Mike Tyson felt nauseous and dizzy due to an ulcer that flared up 30 minutes before. Landing in LA, medical professionals quickly got to the science once Tyson landed in LA and rushed him to the hospital, where his condition stabilized. It was later revealed by TalkSports. Michael Benson said that the fight was postponed and would not take place on the originally scheduled date of July 20th. Tyson also took to X and reassured fans that this was a minor scare and that he didn't need to be 100% fit to beat Jake Paul. Many on social media called for the fight to be called off, but experts such as Chase Sonnen and Showbiz, the adult, pointed out that the fight was going to take place as planned and that canceling the fight now was not financially viable. Mike Tyson himself confirmed this today when he posted a statement to X indicating that he is still going to fight Paul despite the medical complications involved in his statement. Tyson wrote, "Unfortunately, due to my ulcer flare-up, I have been advised by my doctor to lighten my training for a few weeks to rest and recover. My body is in better overall shape than it has been since the 1990s, and I will be back to my full training schedule soon. This may have bought you some time, but in the end, you will still be knocked out and out of boxing for good. I appreciate everyone's patience and can't wait to deliver an unforgettable performance later this year." With this statement, Tyson has made it clear that he has no intentions of backing out of this fight, even if it means a threat to his life. Fans are obviously unhappy with this decision, and many have made their feelings known. One user wrote, "Cancel the fight," and another user commented, "Just cancel that." A third user mocked the main event, stating, "Good news. The Clown Show is the main event between Taylor Serrano and Tyson still going ahead." One user expressed his frustration about the fight, writing that it should have never happened in the first place. Poor Tyson, so fans aren't happy about this fight taking place, but as we already mentioned, nothing is stopping this fight. Former MMA fighter Chase Sonnen recently discussed the potential jeopardy of the fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. In light of Tyson's recent medical emergency, he explored several angles that could impact the fight's continuation and emphasized the complexities involved in such high-profile events.
Here than just pulling off Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, right? Like there's a business at play and some of the inner workings. There's hiring and personnel and some decisions that are going to need to be made.
Scene pointed out that once a fight is approved by the commission, it's unlikely to be canceled due to media reports. However, he noted that the decision isn't solely up to Tyson and his team. Jake Paul and his management would also play a significant role based on public perception and media pressure. He explained that the media could escalate the situation by releasing more details and footage, which could create a narrative that Tyson is unfit to fight. He stressed that if a public relations company tries to downplay the incident, it might backfire, leading to increased scrutiny and potentially more damaging stories. Sonnen highlighted that while the commission typically doesn't cancel fights based on internet articles, they might reconsider if substantial evidence or media pressure mounts, even if it leads to legal battles afterward. Scene also speculated on the business implications and logistics of replacing Tyson if the fight couldn't go ahead. He mentioned the possibility of elevating another fighter, such as Amanda Serrano, who is on the undercard, or even bringing in a new main event. He acknowledged that finding a suitable replacement for Tyson is challenging due to his unique draw and legacy, considering potential replacements. Sonnen suggested names like Darren, although he admitted it's a stretch. He also mentioned George Masvidal and Nate Diaz, despite acknowledging their contractual complications with the UFC. Ultimately, he proposed Mike Perry as a realistic option due to his availability and reputation, which could satisfy both the promotional and competitive aspects needed to effectively replace Tyson. Sonnen concluded by emphasizing the necessity of having a backup plan and the likelihood that such a contingency might already be in place. He reiterated the importance of choosing a replacement who not only meets the event requirements but also maintains the fight's credibility and appeal. Wade Plens also discussed the postponement of Paul versus Tyson, highlighting several key points about the postponement and its implications. First, please emphasize that the fight postponement was due to Mike Tyson's medical condition, which required him to reduce training for a few weeks as advised by his doctors. Tyson reassured fans of his intention to return to training and participate in the fight later this year, indicating that he would be in better shape and ready to deliver an unforgettable performance. Please convey that both Mike Tyson and the promotion team's most valuable promotion MVP were committed to rescheduling the fight. They anticipated the fight would still take place, aiming for a date later in the year, potentially in the fourth quarter of October to December. The new date for the fight is expected to be announced on June 7th. Clemens also shared his skepticism about the fight's feasibility, considering Tyson's age and health concerns. He reiterated his belief that the fight posed significant risks for Tyson, given his age and the potential recurrence of health issues related to rigorous training. Despite these concerns, he acknowledged Tyson's determination to continue, driven by the fight's substantial promotional and financial stakes, including a significant deal with Netflix. Jake Paul's perspective on the postponement was also covered. Paul expressed disappointment and concern for Tyson's health but remained committed to the fight, expressing hope that it would happen in the fourth quarter of the year. Paul highlighted the fight's importance, describing it as a potentially world-changing event, mainly due to its association with Netflix and Tyson's significant draw. Please note the broader impact of the postponement on the fight's undercard, which included other fighters who were also looking forward to the exposure from this event. He pointed out the logistical challenges of rescheduling and replacing Tyson, given existing contracts and commitments. Mike Tyson's trainer, Rafael Cordo, also recently shared his opinion on iron. Mike's chances against Paul Cordo expressed his confidence in Tyson's ability to defeat Jake. Paul, despite concerns about Tyson's health and age, acknowledged Tyson's recent health issues but emphasized that Tyson's experience and knowledge in the ring would be crucial factors in the fight. Cordo highlighted Tyson's extensive career, noting that Tyson is a two-time world champion who has faced and defeated some of the best fighters in the world, according to Cordo. Tyson's vast experience means he knows exactly what to do when he steps into the ring, and his past successes against top-tier opponents should not be underestimated. He downplayed concerns about Tyson's current physical condition, despite Tyson showing signs of health problems. Recently, Cordo assured that Tyson's readiness for the fight stems from his comprehensive understanding of the sport and his ability to adapt to various situations inside the ring. Cord's confidence, however, seems to have waned somewhat over time. He admitted that the health issues Tyson experienced have caused some doubts about the fight, but nonetheless, he maintained a belief in Tyson's capability to perform well against Paul, suggesting that Tyson's determination and preparation would play a significant role in overcoming any physical setback, in response to critics who argue that Tyson should not fight due to the significant age difference and health risks. Cordo emphasized Tyson's preparedness and commitment to the sport. He reassured Tyson that Tyson's training has been rigorous and focused, and despite the health scare, Tyson is in good spirits and eager to compete. Tyson himself has been vocal about his confidence in defeating Paul, dismissing concerns about his age and physical fitness. He has continued to train intensively, showing a strong resolve to succeed in the upcoming fight. Tyson's team and supporters, including Cordo, have rallied around this sentiment, believing that Tyson's legendary status and fighting acumen will be decisive. Mike Tyson's latest medical complications are casting doubt on this fight taking place. We, however, have until October to see whether this fight will happen or not. But what do you think we're going to see in this bout? Let us know in the comments. That's it for today.